So O'Neill will begin on the shark oil pattern. Yeah, late drop to the 7.
Hey, Rob, did you mention it's only 5 frames? 5th frame's like a 10th frame.
Been over it.
Max score 150.
Covered it.
Check this out. Speaking of covered it, how about the 4-pin just kind of covering the 7 for first frame strike for O'Neill.
So Billy O takes a seat. Rhino 7th on the earnings list this past season, had the 13th highest average on the tour. Finished 6th in the Player of the Year points list. Left of
I really
target.
don't like this lane today.
Well, he's flagged the head pin the last 2 shots on that lane. And right now, Rhino Page would like nothing better than to get off the shark oil pattern.
That was close.
How about second in earnings for Rhino in the 08-09 season? $100,000 of the almost $200,000 he made came courtesy of a perfect 300 game bowled in Japan.
On television. Good pickup by Page there. He's had some interesting spare conversions today.
I felt like that was a double.
Page takes a seat. He'll watch O'Neill as O'Neill slides 1 lane right. He'll roll on the Chameleon now. This, the oil pattern that earned him his first ever PBA Tour victory. And he drops all 10 there.
Kid's got a lot of game, Rob.
Good shot.
Just great form, swing, and hand. Tremendous forward roll. He can tilt it. He can do pretty much anything he wants to the bowling ball, and he's gotten a lot smarter. He's really learned a lot in the last 3 years out here.
If you wanted to be a nitpicker on the season that Bill O'Neill had, and you've got to be a nitpicker to do it, it's that his scores or his results of the roller coaster variety at times. It was kind of home runs or a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, he was a lot more up and down this season than he was last season.
So matching strike there by Page in the second of this 5-frame final. Shark is done. Chameleon is done. They shift over to the Viper. O'Neill, number 2 in earnings, number 2 in the PBA Tour point ranking list. Tied for first with Walter Ray Williams Jr. on the Player of the Year points list. But the tiebreaker went to Walter Ray Williams Jr. on the Viper to begin the 3rd.
Shot.
Yes, it was.
Shot.
Boy, he wanted that one too. Massive ring in 10. Rob, getting back to his season, I think it's a lot easier on you mentally when you go through the roller coaster, but when you do make the shows, you end up winning. Much more rewarding than, say, making 7, 8 shows in a season and never breaking through, never getting to the winner's circle. I think that's tougher on you.
Well, it was very big for him to get that title in early September at the Chameleon Championship. He had such a great year the year prior, made a slew of TV shows, but
thumbs today.
He was starting to get to that point where you were questioning if he had what it takes to win on TV. It was just was not bowling, was lost in himself at times on TV, and he got over that hump and then went to the US Open and won it all in Indy. Here's Page. Oof.
Well, you could see right there with his follow-through, he really tried to fight it off to the left. And that's an indication of a pulled shot. Watch this. So he's trying to keep that, and then you see the wave off, and he leaves the 2-4-7. Right now, Rhino Page falling behind by 9 if he converts here.
Good pickup again by Page.
Some skinny jeans there, Rob. You left that one.
I like my jeans really skinny for me to bark out the skinny jeans.
I mean, he just barely caught a piece of the 2-pin there.
Terrible effort.
So Bill O'Neill, strike, strike, spare. He begins the 9th on the Scorpion. How about this, what he's going to be doing with himself in the next couple days? Bill O'Neill and his dad are going to be going to the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles house to give bowling lessons. Right of target, a bad break for O'Neill. Jeffrey Laurie has I don't know how many lanes he has at his house. He's the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles. He could probably afford as many as he wants. Said Laurie's about a 170, 180 average guy, wants some lessons. Somehow they got hooked up with O'Neill and his dad, and Bill telling us he has the security code to Jeffrey Laurie's house. Might have to try to weasel that off of him later tonight. And a big open frame there on the Scorpion.
Yeah, that's a huge hole right there. Now the best O'Neill can shoot is 104. Remember, first place is a cool $25,000. Rhino Page can get up here in the 4th, strike in the 4th, catch the next hit in the 5th, and win this.
Again, remember, Page was 4th after 5 frames, jumped all the way up into 2nd, really leapfrogged Norm Duke and Mike DeVaney to make the title match.
12.
An opening for Page, but it hasn't been a great 3 frames so far for him. 7 spare, strike, 7 spare. Here he is in the 4th. Second strike of this 5-frame title match.
Well, he really likes that lane, too. Scorpion's been good to him.
It's a shot.
Boy, he's eyeing victory now. He can see it.
Well, Cheetah has been very good to Bill O'Neill. Nothing but strikes for him so far. 4 strikes on the Cheetah for Bill O'Neill. He's going to need 3 more here. There's the first, late fall in the 10. Again, this 5th frame acting like the 10th, so he can get 3 strikes here.
Right, so he strikes out here, he shoots 104, right? Rhino Page would then have to strike first ball in the 5th frame and then get good count to win. How has Rhino Page done on Cheetah, you ask? Strike in the 5th frame, first ball strike in the 10th frame of his 223 game. So not too bad. And Rob, let's not forget that Rhino Page is throwing urethane, not reactive resin, on that Cheetah oil pattern. And a lot of times when you're throwing urethane, you sacrifice hitting power. No power outage on that shot, though, by Bill O'Neill. Perfect.
So a strike here will put some pressure on Page. This will give O'Neill a 104. And there's your 104. So Billy O is done. And he will sit and watch what Rhino Page has in store.
Page needs the first hit and 8 to win, but he has to strike on this ball.
All right, Hoss.
I'm going to work in that rosin bag. $25,000 to the winner. Make for a nice summer.
Well, he already used that $100,000 that he earned with that 300 game on TV to buy a house. Let's see what that spare spending cash will go to. Needs a strike here, and then 8 to win. And there's your strike. Oh, it was dancing with that gutter devil for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was flirting with it, and then the late 7. Right now, Rhino Page just needs 8 on the first ball. Check this out, Rob. You said it, man. That thing was flirting with the left-hand gutter. You see the 7-pin last one that falls still laying on the deck. Here comes the spare ball. I think this is a really smart move by Rhino Page. Heave it as hard as you can right down the middle of the lane.
8 for the win.
8
is the number he gets. And Rhino Page wins the inaugural 2010 PBA experience.